Ability. Ah! Gosh. Thrown directly into battle. What the heck? Oh gosh. That's an unpleasant surprise upon logging in. Okay. Alright. Okay. That was wild. Forgiven Cowardice is the name. Kind of tough, okay. I wonder if I should, Alright, where are the other ones at? Up here, I think. Oh, there's not one here. Okay. I knew there'd be another one. No. Bad sand mole. Speak of Alizé. Alright, we found two of them. How did you fare? I thought there might be one or two lurking on the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you noticed it yourself, but individually these lesser sin-eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the Voidsent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful Sin Eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols, to cull their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play. And you've certainly helped on that front. Oh, you're welcome. Let's report our victories to Tesleen, shall we? Halsey tells me you helped out on her patrol. You have our thanks, and my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alice has missed your company. Everything is always... If Solitary were here, he would... She doesn't want to admit to it. That's an exaggeration. I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Solitary's methods. Hey, Jen. Honestly, after seeing him in action, I can understand why. The way he leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. I'm only teasing. Though I've no doubt he deserves all the admiration he gets, just as you do. Pow, 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 pow. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alice, eh? What, and twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there's something we can help you with. I could do with a hand, it's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder. While we do that, could you tend to a few patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. Their names are Pawnil, Todden, and Halric. They may not give much in the way of a response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Okay. Oh, do I have to talk to him in order? Thank you. You're welcome. Todd glances up at you blankly, but you notice the tension in his face ease slightly. I have that effect on people. Halric remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. The texture of his skin is hardened into something akin to plaster. Oh, their disease is more further advanced, huh? You've seen to the patients. How were they? Not so good. Good, that's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I'm concerned about Halric, though. I'll have to speak with the other cares, but I think his time may be near. I shall leave you to have that discussion, then. I was going to take Solitary to Mortsuk. If you have any errands there that need doing. Well, I suppose there is one thing. Would you pick up a nectarine? From the markets, please. Cassard's caravan just passed through, so Ron should have some fresh fruit. Come then, Solitary. There's something I want you to see. Right after we stop at Ronron's stall, of course. Okay. Let's go back to Mordsuk. How's everybody doing today? Everybody's having a nice Saturday. Let's see. Let's talk to Ron. Ooh, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ron's wares? No, not from me this time, Ron. Tired? Yeah. Luckily it's Saturday and you can just relax. Unless you got a ton of stuff you're supposed to be doing right now. Yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Why didn't you offer me any of this fruit last time I was here eating at his stall? Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one. Brave charge. Thanks, Ron. Went grocery shopping, I'm eating lunch now. Got some California salad roll. And Welch's Grape Ghost. Nice. Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, they're not from me. It's an offering of sorts. Ahem, the worms, if you please. Only the best for you. Right, that's our shopping chores taken care of. Let's head up past the Aetheryte to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. Wow. Get it. Here are your precious worms. You actually brought them. I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Shall we?
Look, over there, where the wall is broken.
Oh?
Do you see what lies beyond? That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness. Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought, it's Halric's favorite fruit. Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food.
Oof.
In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals. I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed? Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons. But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless.
Surprised they're not asking, like, what happened after they collapsed.
On which note, it's time we headed back.
Maybe I already
The longer
told
we
them
keep
and I don't
Tesleen
remember
waiting,
telling them.
the harder this will be for her.
We gotta make somebody's last meal for them. Hey, Vera. I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Oriange's lecturing. And I need you to know beyond a doubt that Tesleen has no other choice. The nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just the threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond of their wards, but would spare them the suffering. It is their way of fighting back against a fate worse than death. Never look at nectarines. I like a good nectarine, actually. I might not after this, whatever we're about to do here, though. I feel like nectarines, though, they're like... It's really hard to find a good nectarine. They're like... I swear, like, when you find them in the stores here, they're never ripe. Like, they're never just, like, ripe and ready for eating. You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? Did. Thank you. Alisae's explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others, and we've decided to keep an eye on Halric for now. Thanks to you, though. If his time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. The time left to us. Well, nothing is going to happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want any gloomy faces worrying the patients. I think it's time for that welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat and I'll make us a nice stew. She's like, oh, I accidentally used the nectarine in the stew. Crap, sorry, Halric.
speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Aye, well, it's not often
Hopefully
we have
it's not
visitors
some
from
of
the
that
Prestarian,
poison.
So I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
Hopefully it's not the poison they use on the other people.
Oh, it's nothing, really. And we do so rarely have guests. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs.
Oh.
I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death.
Grim stuff, man.
When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
Hey, how are you doing? Good to see you.
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrent could tell you a version of it. Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely.
Yeah,
He sounds
we're-
rather ominous.
Bunny boy now.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
Oh? What's going on?
They're coming.
Uh-oh.
Desleen! Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Ah, crap. Did he transform? Okay. We have to go look for Halric. Right. Okay. Okay. The search begin. You take everything from here to the south. Got it. What? Hey, there's actually other people here. these enemies to leave me alone. No sign of Halric further west. You scan your surroundings in search of Halric, and suddenly you find yourself under attack. Wait, is this a Sin Eater too? They come in different, like, variations? What? All forgiven enemies are Sin Eaters, aren't they? Okay. Ruff, ruff. What? Under attack again? Nope. Well, probably, but nope.
Any sign of him?
Nope.
No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should keep looking. The Sin Eaters are out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will.
Hello? Oh no. Is this one of the major ones that can, like...
Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones.
Crap.
Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
There it is!
Is that... Oh no!
Halric!
Whoa!
We have to run!
I didn't know you... Tesleen?
Tesleen! No!
Oh, crap. Thanks a lot, Halric.
We all deserve happiness. Wherever we can find it. The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain.
I liked Tesleen, though.
Mother, I...
It's literally vomiting light. That's creepy looking.
No, 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 no! Forgive me, Alice.
Oh, she can still talk? That was crazy. So she became like kind of one of the regular Sin Eaters, so right? So how do the main ones, like the one that just attacked her, where did those ones stem from? Heck. I'm sorry, Solitary. I tried to tell the carers what happened, but it can't be the shoulder they lean on. Not like this. That was crazy. Well, Kasana, it's all up to you now. It's just so unfair. Tesleen was always so true. I liked Tesleen. We're gonna have to kill Tesleen at some point, huh? I can feel it now. Well, I mean, she's kind of already gone, but... telling them not to be scared, but there wouldn't be any pain. All the people in the world to suffer such a fate. I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate that you're doing what you're doing here. Me? I don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial. And she cared about that sort of thing. About giving people the chance to say their goodbyes. Oof. Speak with Halric. Where is Halric? Jeez. You toned the scene down, you read? Halric is as unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up into the sky where the Sin Eaters made their escape. Tears on the sand. What will you say? Alice, I've spoken with the carers. Alice. Thank you. What you're doing, it means a lot to them. To me. Sorry to interrupt. We realized we hadn't thanked you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Hurt? There wasn't even a fight. I was too late. Too slow. I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. You're gonna suffer traumatic events and you're gonna like it. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing in my role here. I hope you'll forgive me for leaving you. That you will delay Halric's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time you can. We always do. Of course, she would have done the same. Farewell, Halric. Keep Teslin's words close to your heart. Wait, you're leaving this very moment? I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. Damned light, building without cease. It's the reason we can't save those corrupted by the Eaters. But what if we corrected the balance? Even if it were only a little by little, even if it took years, would surely make things better. Now hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light. But how could you even hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. Wouldn't be the first time. That's right. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I have gained here to hurt them. Look at Halric just staring blankly. Quest accepted. Huh, that scene was crazy. Let's wave to these people. Hello. Hello. Okay, where am I going? Speak with Alizé at the Red Serral. Oh, that's the... Wait, so when do I lose the, when do I lose the Sprout symbol again? I thought I lost it at level 70, but apparently not. Do you not lose it until you're, like, caught up on MSQ? Oh, there's an ether current down there. Can I jump down into this abyss? No. Okay. Always gotta check. Forgive me, Solitary, I couldn't stay there a moment longer. But I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the inn battle against this blight with kindness, I must fight in my own way. With steel. Salice, is there anything I can get you? You're swift as tomorrow. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. Remind me to wear goggles if we ever fly over the Armoring again. I've barely gotten the sand out of my eyes. But the wind did help to clear my head, at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe the Sin Eaters out, shall we? I'm really enjoying the music so far in this expansion. What if I just like went and did, before I finish this, like just go do Alphino's whole quest before I finish this? Would that bother anybody? Sprout goes away when you have something like 300 hours play time or complete the expansion before the current one. Okay, gotcha. Thank you for seeking me out, Solitary. It meant a lot to have you there at my side. I was tempted to set off again at the moment we decided upon a direction, but you still have to visit Alphino, haven't you? And if I know my brother, he'll be on the cusp of discovering something vital to our success. If he hasn't already, I'm content to stay here and consider our options for the time being, but don't keep me waiting too long, eh? Alright, we got Alice back in the mix here. In search of Alphino. You will visit Alphino in Colusia, then. Next. Excellent. As I mentioned, your destination is an island off the west coast, so you will need a mount capable of making the journey. Here's a letter of introduction. Present it to Chen Mai, the Master of Peace at Temenos Rookery, and he will take care of you. When you see Alphino, be sure to pass on my warmest regards. Of course, that's one of the places I haven't actually gone yet. Alright, how do I get to this place? Do I go up? Aha! Yay! Your face is unknown to me. What business have you? Signed by the Exarch, no less. Yes, I can provide you with an Amaro for passage to Calusia. I will pick you out a friendly whelp. And there I was expecting a chocobo. Nope, they're not called chocobo here. That's right, mounts like my grave friend over there are a common sight in these parts. But I gather you hail from further afield, more accustomed to chocobos perchance. Hey, how'd you know about chocobos? I hear there are a few places where they ride little else. Seeing as you plainly are unaccustomed to riding Amaro, I think it's best I accompany you on this flight myself. Any Zune worthy of the name could do it, of course, but the Exarch sent you to me. Ensuring you arrive safely is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the Amaro launch. One of the junior tamers will attend to you while I ready the mounts. Alright, let's go to the launch. You want to fly tomorrow to Calusia? Well, I suppose if Master Zhen Mai is going with you... Well, wait here, please. The Master should be along with the mounts shortly. You can now travel to Calusia. Speak with the aspiring Amaro tamer to fly to the island. Let's go.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance,
whoa,
beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
Look at this place. Music's pretty here too. We are arrived. This is Cracked Shell Beach on the eastern coast of Calusia. You should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, Sin Eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It is the people you should be wary of. Huh. Spy you that city in the distance? That is Yulmore, the island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale, and was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. For years, the Yulmoran elite have fancied themselves the masters of what remains of our broken world. They have gone as far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. Crystarium is one among many who resist their heavy-handed authority. And while we are not at war, our relationship with the Yulmore is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties to the Exarch until your stay here, especially in the vicinity. During your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. Understood? I'm glad we understand each other. Now the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. Ooh, secret time. Yes! Level 71. Let's go. If you head south along the coast, you will eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there. A man who goes by the name of Ivor. Or Ebor? Keeps an eye on everything that happens in Ecclusia, and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme, and that will let him know you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I will stay here with you tomorrow until you are ready to return. Okay. Getting attacked by all the hobgoblins. Hello. What? What you after? Fish? Crab? Think I've got an eel in a barrel somewhere, if you've a taste for 'em. No, thank you. I don't like any seafood in real life, y'all, to be honest. I'm not a seafood person. Ooh, I do love a bit of thyme. Chuck some in the pan and it's like a bloody festival of flavor. Now what is it I can do for you? Can't say as there's been any major upsets to report these past few weeks. Alphino, eh? I know the one. Our young champion of the downtrodden. Gilmore's richer than all of Northront put together, but it's a different story for them as live outside the city. We'll spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Get a message to him. But you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. That's the fishing village just up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there, and I'll see that Alphino joins you. Look, everybody, it's the rock from the Lion King. Fried Rock, I think it's called. Where am I going? Okay. All of this land will belong to you, Simba. Okay. Is this the one? Ah, the Leaky Keel. Somebody's just chilling here in the Leaky Keel. Okay. Fight to the... It's your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What'll be happening? Water, please. Fine choice. What will you be paying with? Well now, those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear, I don't have I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity, and I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors. So we'll just have to come to some other arrangement. Here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. What do you say to a bit of extermination work? I want you to squash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker and give him an earful for me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in old silo, next to the fence, snoring, like as not. Do that for me, and you can laze about here as long as you like. It's a pretty hefty price for a glass of water. Okay. Okay. Wow. Blighted crop. Vegetable swarm. Oh. Two of them? Oops. I did that. Extermination complete. No response. Maybe you need to knock louder. No response. Perhaps the occupant is hard of hearing. There's snoring away in there. You hear a faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. They're just gonna be snoring in here, aren't they? No one is home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The gnawed scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence. Well? Huh. So he's not just asleep, he's missing. Welcome back, dear. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? Or he was eaten by the rats. We'll never know. Gone. Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town, outside Yulmore. You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And there I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house. Thank you.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Hey, ooh, everybody's got new outfits.
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Huh.
'Tis good to see you, my friend.
Hey, likewise. It's been a while since I've seen Alphina.
The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
Aren't you, Alphina? Yeah.
What, just like that?
Oh, Alphina, you really are a dear.
Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
I actually like the pattern on his poncho thing there.
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu.
Yeah.
It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. The time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
Me? I was more worried about you. Well, we thought we'd lost you. I was worried about you, Alphina.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before. I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change.
I wonder if we're gonna encounter one of our friends that like doesn't want to go back. They want to just stay here, you know?
But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire. Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose.
Right.
Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more. Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course. In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion. I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin Eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
Always.
And so we take to the road once more.
Da 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 da. Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see why I have yet to set foot in Yulmore, despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here, we must head west and then cross a small bridge. All right. Okay. Calusia seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar? I had a similar impression of the Crystarium. Even in the distant world, people are much the same. To think that whenever a calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. Oh, get away from me! Who's there? Over there! Quickly, someone's in trouble. Where? That is quite the iguana. Holy. Ah! Look out! Whoa. Okay. Manic Madam. Manic Madam. My poor heart. Thank you, young sir. Ah, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings. But I see you have the situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you alright, madam? Just a few bruises from where I fell, nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside Yulmore with the rest of them. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crony like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone lest you make the Sin Eater's task any easier. Thank you again. You saved my life. Now I'm sure a strapping lad like you has little to fear, but I wouldn't linger long in this place. There's naught to be had here but cobwebs and memories. 'Tis as the lady says, many in these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Yulmore's shadow. Should the Sin Eaters descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? I know quite a bit. I've seen some things, Alpino. I've seen some things already. Yes, Alizé would be well qualified to speak on this subject. Compared with, Amareng, Calusia is almost a haven. See, I was actually wondering if they were going to, like, change the dialogue here depending on which quest you did first. So I'm actually impressed that they actually did. But as you saw, we cannot let our guard down. Had you arrived but a few moments later, the Sin Eaters would have claimed another victim. Still, we have won a small victory this time at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west. I think I'm supposed to be going over here. Wait, where am I? Oh, I'm definitely not in the right spot. Oops. Oops. Oh, what is this thing? Oh, we're going here. Okay, okay. The Whale's Breach.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Yulmore itself lies beyond.
Guessing you can't just walk through
This,
there.
meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh? I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
Huh? You want to fight?
He's not here to compete. Leave him be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please!
Court gestures?
Greetings to our hopeful petitioners, one and all! Yulmore extends its warmest regards. Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy. Even on days when fish is not on the menu! Who among you will answer the call? Name yourself or another. We may not at all.
Fish, is it?
Was there anyone?
I could get some fish.
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon. A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over like market produce.
Huh.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in the City of Splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor.
Oh, everybody's happy for him. I thought they'd be like
Oh,
jealous.
just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident! For you!
Ah, look!
Enjoy!
Thank goodness.
Over here!
Huh.
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity, yet the whole arrangement just seems... well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Am I crazy? She kind of looks like Lise a little bit. Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via a contest with ever-changing rules. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current ruler came into power. Yet from what I have seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sin Eaters, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I have tried to propose ways they could improve their lot, but my words invariably fall upon deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now, I worry that, well, mayhap you should take a turn around Gate Town and judge the situation for yourself. Still here, are you? Can't blame me for wanting a slice of Yulmore's pie. If you ask me, you should ditch that sour-faced brat and make us... I don't know why that made me laugh so much, okay? And make a home for yourself here. Gate Town's not much to look at, but at least it's safe. The mule is the best thing I've ever tasted. So Alpha, no, you know what that guy just called you? A large pot bubbles over the flame. Pale chunks, meal, you realize, float in otherwise plain broth. Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Every day I dream of the life that waits for me inside those walls. Oh, will they ever pick me? I wonder if it's truly as glamorous inside there as people believe it to be. Like, it could all just be like a front. Like, they're bringing these people in to do, like, hard labor for them or something like that, you know? I might be overthinking it. You've seen what Gate Town has to offer. These people can no longer fend for themselves. They've become dependent on handouts of meal, and believe Yulmore is the answer to all their woes. Yet, no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, nay, unable to conceive of any other way of life. I feel like I maybe saw this city in, like, the trailer. I think this city was in the trailer. It looks, like, familiar to me. What's this guy doing? Okay, I think this is a good wrap-up point for this episode. Next time we'll pick up and we'll finish off the rest of Alphinaud's quest here. I still am a little bit shocked by that that Sin Eater scene with or getting stabbed through the back and then transforming. That was pretty crazy, that scene. But yeah, appreciate everybody stopping in for this episode. Feel free to join us in the Discord if you're interested. You can do !Discord in the chat if you're interested in hanging out with us there as well. But yeah, thank you for stopping in. Take care of yourselves, everybody, and I'll be back soon, probably in a couple days with some more FF14. So, take care, everybody.